For the test, I think I did really well on the test. There was a little bit that I probably could have paid more attention to. Not really particularly sure what that was, but I know there was a few questions when taking the test that I probably could have looked at more, and or just could have studied a little bit better. But overall, I think I did really well. Um, what I did for the test basically was I created my own study guide, and how I did that was I used the information that you told us, kind of gave us a guide on what we needed to know. I used that information and kind of just put explanations of what things were in a way that I could remember, and I went from there. It took about maybe hour and a half to even complete it because there was a lot on the test. So it took about an hour and a half to complete it. And then once I did that, I kind of just went over it a few times, and actually even writing it out what it was and how it was going to help me remember kind of helped me remember. So I didn't really, it didn't take me much to have to study even more for the test since I had already wrote it out. But that was one of the things I did, and that's probably what I plan on doing for the rest of the semester. Just kind of making myself my own little study guide, and just so I can, and actually when I make myself a study guide, I'm just gonna find different ways to help me remember what certain things are, and I think that's gonna help me in this class be very successful. But that's probably my way that's going to best benefit me in doing well in this class is just creating my own study guide to be able to kind of just help me remember things better. So I think that really helps. Also, I mean, even in class, what helps as well, like what makes it stick sometimes, I'll take notes on the slides. So I'll edit the slides. So I'll put a little thing by it just to kind of help me remember, okay, this is this. Or I'll put a one word or two words maybe just to help it stick. And I feel like using one or two words kind of helped me um, memorize things better. So if I just use like um, something like that, it's basically just what I use to help me study. But I think that's kind of the best way that's going to benefit me in this course. I really don't see any other way. Like I said, I feel like I did very well overall. Maybe touch a little more on some things that I probably thought that was least important, but just kind of just treat it all the same. Not paying attention to more things than others. Just look at it all the same, and I think that'll help me do well in this class and be successful. I think that's the best way for me to help me understand some things. Make sure I take good productive notes in class and make sure that I just create a study guide for myself so that I know for my own understanding of what things are.